actual physical warfare with 75,000 black women missing, why didn't we put all the gang members in one room and explain to them what was going on? Why didn't we put the gang members in one room and explain gentrification to them? Because just like if I stand on your block and you kill me for taking money out of your pocket because I'm infringing on your territory, you should be the same way with corporations. Why we didn't put these young boys in a room and explain that to them? Maybe those young boys would have protected these neighborhoods a little bit better if they knew who to target. Because not only would I be taking money out of your pocket if I stand on your block, when Starbucks come and stand on your block and take your block, ain't that taking your money too, little nigga? Why didn't we tell these young boys that? Where the OGs at that's supposed to tell these young boys that? Maybe they wouldn't be doing all this shooting and killing each other if they knew a perspective like that. Know your target. Exactly. Know your target. There's nothing wrong with being a warrior. Just know your target. And the preacher out here telling folks burning sage is the devil. Exactly. You got preachers talking about burning sage is the devil. If burning sage is the devil, what is taking these neighborhoods? Is that the devil too, or is that God? Because that's all y'all should be talking about. Why is rent so high? Why are my property taxes increasing? Why is my mortgage rate increasing? Why are so many Negroes being gentrified? You know, it is so many homeless people in Atlanta. It's not even funny, the amount of homeless people that are in Atlanta. Everywhere, all up and down Peachtree Street. All on every exit. Homeless people everywhere. Why ain't nobody saying, why did nobody get these little warriors? Because they kill in, they don't care. And just like our ancestors, when the Europeans came in, they had checkpoints. They had to park their boats, get on their horses, and they had to come through checkpoints. Like in order to get up here to North Georgia, you had to go through Albany. You had to check in Albany. If you didn't check in Albany, you would be slaughtered. And I'm not making this up. Go read DeSoto's records. Go read what DeSoto was writing back to the person who sent him over here. DeSoto was bold. DeSoto told one of the kings, the kings, that he was gonna start a war, and that king basically told him, "You try it if you want to. I have 20,000 soldiers to the left of you, to the right of you, to the front of you, and to the back of you." And DeSoto got his ass beat when he was over here. He got slaughtered. I think he buried somewhere along the Mississippi River, if I ain't mistaken. Because those warriors and those kings, these are black men I'm talking about. I ain't talking about these funny looking Native Americans that's walking around calling themselves Indian. And I ain't talking about them. They from Russia. They from Siberia. Siberia is in Russia. You know, I'm talking about the black men, you know, that was ruling this land, that was controlling these commodities. They was telling these people straight up, don't try me. Don't just come up here to Etowah. Check in at Albany. I think Albany was called Thronatisca back, or it was called Capachiki or Thronatisca, one of those names. But you got to check in before you come up here. Even if you came in from the Atlantic, you got to check in. You had to check in. Macon was a check-in point. Macon was a chieftain city. So was Savannah. Savannah was a chieftain city. So you had some of the toughest warriors in these chieftain cities. The toughest warriors was in these chieftain cities. Because if something pop out, these are the men that was going to handle it. You can't just walk up on these kings like that. You had the kings and the chiefs. And that's how they ran it. And these young boys out here with this gang violence, them boys are they're the warrior class. I don't care how you slice the pie. When you start reading history and you look at what's going on with the gang, even the Bloods, I just told y'all now, in the Blackfoot tribe, one of the tribes within the Blackfoot tribe was called the Bloods. Literally, y'all. How are we not putting this together? It was literally called the Bloods. Ancient. And so we got these little boys out here killing each other, and ain't nobody putting them to the side, tapping them on the shoulder and say, all right, y'all, we're not going to stop y'all from killing. But when you see these white people come in and try to gentrify these neighborhoods, look, they're about to kick us all out of these neighborhoods. Y'all got the Dracos.